Thank you for joining us on the program Beyond 100 Days. I am Abbas, the Guinea-Bissau's ongoing political and institutional crisis.
Guinea-Bissau is grappling with political instability and institutional crisis, which poses a significant threat to peace and sustainable development in the sub-region. However, the Nigerian government, through ECOWAS, stand united with the government and people of Guinea-Bissau. Today's graduation is unique as it reaffirms our unwavering commitment. I implore you to maintain the highest level of professionalism, discipline, and respect for human rights and sovereignty of the Republic of Guinea-Bissau.
Now to our major discussion. The political turmoil in Rivers State is far from over after the expiration of the tenure of chairman of the 23 local government areas to the inauguration of the caretaker committee by Governor Siminalayi Fubara. There have been protests for and against the decision of the state government to inaugurate caretaker committee. The police have since taken over the council secretariats to ensure safety of lives and property. On TVC News earlier this week, we had a chat with the State Commissioner of Police, Rivers Command, Olatunji Disu, and he stated the role of the police in the ongoing political crisis.
NLC was about to go on demonstration, riot. We warned them of the implication of what they were trying to do. We never at any time said, don't go on possession, but everybody should take cognizance of the fact that every protection they take part in could be hijacked and it will lead to breakdown of law and order. That was what we emphasized, and that is what we are still emphasizing at this moment. All the secretariats in the state are closed, and they are being manned by officers of the police and other security agencies as well, until the crisis is solved.
Well, the big question on the program is, will the July 4th Court of Appeal decision bring an end to political crisis in Rivers State? Former chairman, Ikwere Local Government Area in Rivers State, Samuel Owanosike, joins me via Zoom from Rivers State, and lawyer, pro-democracy advocate Maxwell Okpara joins me from our Abuja studio. Gentlemen, it's good to have you on the program.
Thank you very much for the opportunity of being your show.
Let me start with you, Mr. Okpara. You're a lawyer. For about 2 weeks, the police has taken over the council secretariat in Rivers State. We have just heard the State Commissioner of Police say they will remain there until the crisis is over. What is the legal implication of this, considering that council staff have now been unable to access the facilities since then? Mr. Okpara, that question is for you. All right, we'll get back to Mr. Okpara in a moment. But let me come to you, Mr. Owanosike. You know, this crisis has been on for some time, and I know that you and your colleagues whose tenures recently expired in Rivers State, have been on back and forth insisting that there is tenure elongation for you. What is your reaction to the police's continued occupation of council secretariats?
First of all, we want to commend the Inspector General of Police and the CP, Rivers State Police Command, for standing out to make sure there is safety of life or property of the people of Rivers State in the 23 local government area, and to stop the bloodletting that was unleashed on the people of Rivers State on the 18th of June by the government of Siminalayi Fubara, because the death of the police officer in Omuma local government and that of the vigilante chairman was unnecessary, if not for the commissioner for energy that is under the administration of Governor Siminalayi Fubara, who led government house police officers and went into shooting rampage and took the life of that police officer and that vigilante chairman. And I want to say clearly that, like the CP has said, we are on the side of the law, and we are going to wait until the court gives the proper judgment or gives any judgment at all as they deem fit as a jurisdiction. And we will rest the case because for us as a people, we have served our various councils with merits. We have our records there to speak for it. And if the governor had conducted this local government election before now, we wouldn't have been here. The governor had all it takes to make sure that this crisis didn't come. But the governor, apart from withholding our 3 months allocation even before the expiration of our tenure, like everybody in the country is aware, the governor went ahead to handpick civil servants who are members of NOG, Labour, and politicians of his own stock, and through their press conference, tried to create a government which is in contravenance of Section 7.1 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And as far as we are concerned, the governor was deliberately creating this crisis because he wants to hold onto the finances of the third tier and use it as a weapon to frustrate the activities of the third tier.
Yes, let's just get it clear. Do you agree or do you disagree that your tenure as a chairman in the local government in Rivers State has expired?
My tenure has not expired. I still have 5 months and 24 days running, as stated by Justice Omotosho in the judgment of 24th of January 2024, which says clearly that Martins Amehule led House of Assembly is the authentic House of Assembly, and all laws they have made is in the good faith of the people of Rivers State, and those laws must be obeyed and carried out. And don't forget, when Martins Amehule and his team, the House of Assembly members, saw this lacuna, they went ahead to amend this law, and they wrote to the governor, and they said, His Excellency, because you have not had time to conduct local government election, we need to do this extension to cure this crisis that will happen in the future. And the governor declared assent. And when the governor declared the assent, they didn't stop at that. They waited for 30 days for them to veto his assent into third majority. So it was not something that was done in a hurry. The governor is fully on the know that today we come. So the governor deliberately did not obey the judgment of court. The governor didn't even present a budget to the House of Assembly. And that is where we are now.
But Mr. Wanosike,
without a budget.
Okay, do you realize then that by the injunction of the court declaring the seat of Martin Amehule and others vacant, that the law which they made is no longer in effect?
Which court? The same Attorney General that they brought has said that this state court has no jurisdiction. In pursuant to Section 272 of the Constitution, it's only a federal high court that has the jurisdiction to adjudicate in cases pertaining vacation of seats of the House of Assembly members, deputy governor and governor. They said so. And again, in fact, they even made the matter worse. Justice Bassam of the same state high court, which is the last ruling, has also said that when parties approached him from the governor's angle, that he should vacate those seats vacant, that they didn't bring evidence before him to show that they are defended from the political parties. And so he ruled that they are still members of the House of Assembly, and all laws they have made is in consonance with the Constitution of Nigeria and should be validly obeyed.
Mr. Wanosike,
me and my other 20 colleagues are obeying the laws of the land.
I hear you. Let's pause for a moment and bring in lawyer and pro-democracy advocate Maxwell Okpara. Mr. Okpara, we have been having this conversation, and I would want to ask you what the position of the law is. 1, on tenure elongation, and 2, what is the place of caretaker committee in the administration of local government in Nigeria?
There are some legal issues you need to resolve in order to arrive to this particular issue. Every lawyer will tell you that before an issue, you discuss an issue, raise the legal issues. Now, the first legal issue there is that, 1, whether there is a law that elongates those local governments. That one is the first legal issue. 2, whether those people who made that law has the power to make that law as at the time they made the law. That one is another legal issue. Another issue there is that, 3, whether that particular law is still valid and subsisting. That one is another issue. Then 4, whether the people that you said that their tenure is being elongated, whether they have the right to continue to act after the expiration of their tenure. Now, to start with the issue of whether those people who made the law are members of the National Rivers State House of Assembly, the answer is no, they are not. They are not members of Rivers State House of Assembly by the reason of their decamping from PDP to APC. 2, by the reason of the fact that the law has declared, the court has declared their seat vacant. That one is 1. Then 2, on that particular law, whether it's still subsisting, the answer is no. Not only that, the people that made the law has no statutory power to make that law. The court of competent jurisdiction has declared that particular law a nullity, null and void. So now, whether that particular tenure purported to have been elongated is still subsisting, the answer is no. It can no longer subsist, in that the law upon which they are standing to claim that their tenure has been elongated has been declared null and void. So in other words, you cannot place something on nothing and expect it to stand. Then another issue there is that, assuming that you say that, yes, our tenure has been elongated, are you a substantive local government chairman? The answer is no, because nobody swore you in. You did not take oath of office upon the expiration of your tenure. I don't know whether you are getting the legal point I'm trying to paint here. Because 1, even if you are a governor, you have won your election, the INEC has declared you winner, you have your certificate of return, you are not still a governor until you take the oath of office. If you did not take oath of office, you cannot act as a governor. I don't know whether you are getting what I'm saying, because it flows. Running from a political party, winning the election, having INEC declaring you winner, giving you certificate of return, and another thing there is that to present yourself for you to be sworn in. If you have not been sworn in, you will never act as a governor. Now the question there is that those caretaker committee, were they sworn in for another 6 months? The answer is no. So these are the issues that we have to look at. So for me, and they are talking about maintaining status quo. People are getting it wrong. There is a difference between status quo ante and the status quo antebellum. Status quo antebellum means, status quo ante means, as at the time you bring the matter to court, all the parties should maintain status quo. What was the status quo? As at that particular time, the judge is making that order, that's telling you that you should maintain status quo. That is the status quo. But if the court said maintain status quo antebellum, it then means that you should maintain status quo before the matter even came to court, before the matter starts from the trial court, the court of first instance. So what the court of appeal said, hello.
There is so much to unpack in this matter, the legal dynamics. But I must mention that indeed the governor actually inaugurated that committee, caretaker committee, to take over. And, one of the points you mentioned at first about these people defecting from the party, the PDP, we know that, based on reports, the court declared that they are members of the PDP, saying that television ceremonies and or verbal statements were not enough to show the same. But we'll get to all of this in just a moment. So, gentlemen, kindly, just take a pause. We'll take a break. And when we come, continues. The program is Beyond 100 Days. Thank you so much for staying with us. And I've been speaking with former checks. And I wanted you to get back to that first point about the court actually declaring that these gentlemen and women are not, they are members of the PDP.
No, court did not say so, and the court has no right to say so. Now, listen, let me tell you. The issue whether these people are members of APC, that one is no longer an issue because there is an affidavit on oath deposed by them before Federal High Court saying that they are members of APC. So if they are now saying that they are no longer members of APC, that particular affidavit need to be set aside. They have not deposed an affidavit to that effect because they deposed affidavit that they are members of APC. So I don't know when you said that the judge said there is nothing before him. Of course, court is not Father Christmas. You cannot give you what you did not ask. Now, and who are those that approach court? Did you draw attention of the court to this effect? Because when you now tender a particular newspaper publication, the question there is that newspaper publication you tendered, is it certified by the National Library? If it is not certified by the National Library, it goes to no issue. It's as good as tissue paper and should be thrown into those bins. So, but when you bring a certified newspaper publication from National Library, then court now can admit it. Now, did you also inform the court that this paper has deposed an affidavit before court of competent jurisdiction? Because when you are making a statement on oath, immediately the court discovered that you deceived the commissioner for oath. You are lying on oath, and everybody knows the implication of lying on oath. Lying on oath is a crime. It's not a civil wrong. It is a crime.
We will not accept people to bring their cronies.
All right, let's get the position of the lawyer. Mr. Okpara, you have the floor now. You've heard Mr. Nwan Osike, react to some of the things you said earlier.
Yes, Mr. Nwan Osike is also not getting what I'm saying. Just like he said.
Just because he as a governor, he's not spending the...
Hello.
Please go ahead, Mr. Okpara. Yes, please.
As it stands today, as I speak to you now, the tenure of the local government chairman has elapsed. Now, nobody sworn them in for another 6 months. And I am telling you that, assuming that your tenure is being elongated, were you sworn in? Was there any resolution to that effect? So, then once there is no resolution and you are not sworn in, you cannot claim that your tenure has been that you are the local government chairman. No! This thing has a procedure. In fact, taking an oath is very, very fundamental. That is why if you are elected a governor or a president, after 4 years, you present yourself again and you are being re-elected. That your old oath cannot subsist. You must take another oath. The Supreme Court has settled all these issues in several matters. Now, coming to whether those people are members of the River State House of Assembly, the answer is no, because the court declared their seat vacant. The law did not, the judge did not mince words. He declared their seat vacant, and based on that, some other persons were acting. That one is on that, just like what he said in a court of appeal. The matter is now before court of appeal, and the court of appeal at this particular issue, even some lawyers are even people have made mistake about it. There is a difference between maintaining status quo ante and maintaining status quo ante bello. And maintaining status quo ante means as at the time the court is making that particular decision, what was the position? Right. Maintain it. But when the court said maintain status quo ante bello, even before the matter starts from the trial court.
We can go on and on with all of these legal interpretations, but it's important to talk about the way forward. So let me ask Mr. Nwan Osike, what is the way forward for peace in Rivers State?
And allow the judiciary make their pronouncement. And when they make their pronouncement, all of us should be able to obey court judgment and not cherry pick which court judgment to obey and the one not to obey.
Thank you very much for that. You want to add something, Mr. Okpara, in about 15 seconds, please?
Yes, just to advise judiciary, please, they should save this democracy. When you are giving any judgment, consider a lot of factors, consider a lot of issues, consider the law. That is the only way that to save us. Let everybody who are demonstrating Rivers State to stop. pending when the court
Right
of appeals
then,
gives their judgment.
save
Thank you very
democracy. Thank you very much, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure having you both. Former chairman, Ikwe Local Government Area and River State, Samuel Onwanosike, and the lawyer, pro-democracy advocate. Thank you so much, Maxwell Okpara, for being on the show today. And that's our program. We thank you very much for watching. A repeat broadcast comes up at midnight and at 6 a.m. tomorrow. I am Abosede Omoru. Adenera Aderemi. Bye for now.